Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to
Good morning, Danny.
Thank you. Welcome to the annual meeting of members for the credit union, and this is our 54th annual meeting. So 54 years the credit union has been in service, proudly serving the needs of new and longtime members alike. See some of those faces in the audience today, so thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule to join us. This is your credit union, and it's important you know what's going on and give you an opportunity to ask questions, hear what's going on with your credit union in this past year and plans for the near future as well. So with that, I'll ask Ford Rao, our chairman of the board, for a call to order and for his greetings to determine if we have a quorum to conduct our annual business meeting for the credit union. So, Ford?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I too want to welcome all of you to the Lebanon Federal Credit Union's 54th annual meeting of members. The board of directors and management team appreciate your participation in today's meeting and believe that it's important for our membership to stay informed of the business of our credit union. And now I'd like to call the roll of board of directors. Vice Chairman Eugene Binkley.
Yeah.
Treasurer Pat Hain.
Here.
Secretary Don Rager.
Here.
Directors Vicki Hauer.
Here.
Tim Ritchie.
Here.
Jeff Trickett.
Here.
And Associate Board Member Heather Eggert.
Here.
Seeing that we have a quorum, I now call this meeting to order and would ask the Secretary of the Board, Don Rager, to read the minutes of last year's annual meeting.
So this is kind of a rare honor because Eugene Binkley did this for what, 150 years?
I thought it was closer to 200.
It's been a long time.
200.
The 53rd annual meeting of members took place on Saturday, April 2nd, 2022 via Zoom and here at the Operations Center. In attendance were Chair Ford Rao, Eugene Binkley, Vice Chair, Patricia Hain, Treasurer, myself, Secretary, Jeffrey Trickett, Timothy Ritchie, Vicki Hauer, and Heather Eggert. Also in attendance were the management team of Daniel Wolford, Christopher Pastel, and Wendy Kalbach. The meeting began with what's become a tradition as attendees were treated to a brief PowerPoint presentation featuring photos from many of the credit union's charitable and community outreach initiatives since the last annual meeting. Highlights included the Teacher of the Year Awards, a tribute to nurses and staff at WellSpan Good Samaritan Hospital, and a donation to the VA Medical Center. Chairman Ford Rao determined a quorum and called the meeting to order. He thanked the members of the Board of Directors for their service to LFCU and for the contributions to the credit union's continued success. He also recognized the membership at large and expressed his gratitude for their continued faith and patronage. Finally, he acknowledged the management team and the entire staff for their tireless efforts to support our members, provide a broad range of financial services, and maintain the highest standards of integrity. Vice Chair Eugene Binkley read the minutes from the prior year's meeting. Told you. Secretary Donald Rager explained the nominating process for membership on the Board of Directors. 2 individuals were nominated for 3-year terms as directors, Eugene Binkley and Vicki Hauer. No other nominations were received, resulting in an uncontested election. Jeffrey Trickett made a motion to appoint Eugene and Vicki as directors. Patricia Hain seconded. The motion passed unanimously. CEO Jeff Trickett provided an overview of the past year. LFCU closed 2021 with over $380 million in assets and over $260 million in loans outstanding. Both these figures represented significant growth over the prior year. The last year saw both the credit union and its membership working hard to deal with the effects of the pandemic and the beginnings of recovery. Operational changes were required, and the overall financial environment required creativity and flexibility. Jeff was proud of the way LFCU responded and continued to keep members the priority. Real estate lending saw large gains as members took advantage of low rates. Commercial lending, particularly involving real estate, grew significantly as well. The realities of 2021 fostered more technological advances, allowing more members to take advantage of more services in more ways. As I lose my place. An increased social media presence and broader email marketing provided new methods of communicating. Looking ahead, Jeff cited the upcoming opening of LFCU's newest branch in Jonestown as another sign of growth and continued success. He also spoke of Lebanon Federal's recent acquisition of land in Annville and plans for a branch there in the next few years. Jeff took a moment to thank the management and staff of LFCU as well as the board of directors for everything they do to help navigate the credit union through challenging times. He also put out a call to the membership reiterating that members who are struggling should reach out for assistance, as LFCU will do everything it can to help individuals and families manage tough financial times. CFO Christopher Pascal presented the 2021 financials. Highlights included outstanding asset growth, a solid net worth ratio, and equally impressive loan growth. Membership grew by 5.8% throughout the year. Delinquencies remained low despite the challenging financial environment. Charge-offs were also historically low. LFCU was extremely successful in 2021 and is poised to emulate that success in 2022. Vice President Wendy Kalbach provided an overview of LFCU's community efforts in 2021. As shown, during the pre-meeting presentation, outreach ranged from local schools and police departments to hospitals and animal shelters. Wendy also announced that all members who registered online to view the annual meeting would be entered into a drawing for a $250 gift card, with the winner notified by phone on Monday, April 4th. Chair Ford Rao thanked all for their participation and, with no further business to transact, adjourned the 53rd annual meeting. Respectfully submitted, Donald Rager. And I'd like to reintroduce Chairman Ford Rao.
Are there any additions or corrections to the board minutes? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve. Pat Hain, Vicky second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. As 2023 begins, we wish to give you an insight on how the credit union performed throughout 2022 and our thoughts on the future of the Lebanon Federal Credit Union. For 54 years, your credit union has been successful, and 2022 saw the same success. Many exciting events occurred throughout 2022 for the credit union that include the transition of the new CEO in June. Our prior CEO retired after 26 years of service with the credit union, 10 of which he was the CEO. We chose his successor from within our ranks, selecting a candidate that began his tenure as a teller during his high school years. He advanced through the ranks from teller to loan officer, then manager to executive, and finally to the CEO position. A nice success story. His knowledge of the credit union is unsurpassed, and our board stands behind him and his leadership. We opened a new branch in Jonestown, our 5th branch in Lebanon County, and have plans for our 6th location in Annville in the near future. Our goal has always been member service. Branches allow our members easy and personal account access wherever they live in the county. We have and will continue to enhance access to our products through technology and physical location. Our goal is to be the accessible and safe financial institution that you, the members, can feel is worthy of your business. As we analyze 2022, we saw a tough year for the stock market, interest rates, a negative Chinese-American relationship, and continued COVID concerns, and finally the war in Ukraine. 2023 seems to be continuing these same concerns, but I can tell you, America has tough times before and has endured. We will eventually fix these issues and continue to move forward successfully. Strength comes from unity and hard work. Americans have this trait and will find solutions. Be assured, our credit union has strong financials, great technology, a great management team, and a dedicated unpaid board of directors making sure the future is bright and safe for your savings. We thank you for being members of the Lebanon Federal Credit Union and will continue to stay the course of a successful and safe financial institution dedicated to our members. And I would personally like to thank the Board of Directors, the CEO, Wendy, Chris, and management team, and all the other workers that work at the credit union for a fantastic job that they do running this credit union. Their hard work keeps this financial institution safe and secure. And on that message, I would like to introduce our Vice Chair, Eugene Binkley, to run the 2023 board elections.
There are currently 2 open seats for the Board of Directors. The nominating committee has placed in nominations the name of Donald Rader and Tim Ritchie to fill these vacancies. There have been no other nominations, so I am asking for a motion to elect these individuals directors for 3-year terms. Can I have that motion? Several. And second. This is short and sweet. Thank you. Now we'll give you back to Daniel.
Thank you, Gene. Well, again, greeting and welcome to the 2023 annual meeting of members for the Lebanon Federal Credit Union. Again, glad that you guys could take time out of your schedule to join us. This meeting is called in accordance with the bylaws of the credit union and the Federal Credit Union Act, and is, as I mentioned earlier, the 54th annual meeting in the history of our credit union. My name is Daniel Wolford, for those who don't know me, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as the president and the CEO for the Lebanon Federal Credit Union. Today's meeting is an opportunity to share with you, our members, the state of your credit union. More specifically, to highlight the financial position and strengths of the credit union, accomplishments achieved this past year, 2022, and to give you some insights into the plans for the future of your credit union. Let's start, if we can, with a brief review of last year. As you've heard, 2022 was a strong year in the history of the credit union. In fact, I can confidently state that it was one of the best years financially for the credit union, and that success is in large part because of you, our dedicated, loyal members. So we thank you for choosing to do business with the credit union. Whether that's loans or shares, we appreciate it, and we're stronger because of members of our community choosing to do business with us. To give you some brief highlights of last year, we'll look at assets, deposits, loans, and members, and then Chris Passel, our CFO, will give a little bit of a deeper dive into the credit union's financial position. So assets grew $37 million from 2021 through December of 2022 to close the year at $423.5 million. A very sizable number, and it was an increase of just shy of 10%. Deposits for the credit union grew by $39 million to close at $390.5 million, which was an increase of 11%. So again, we appreciate continued trust from the community and people choosing to deposit their funds at the credit union. Loans to members increased $44.5 million in 2022 from the prior year end, closing the year at $312.7 million, a very sizable increase of 16.6%. So members, people in the community are coming to us for deposits, they're coming to us for loans, and we certainly appreciate having that balance of services to all of the community. And for those who are not familiar maybe with how a credit union is operated from a financial balance sheet statement or perspective, loans are one of the primary methods that we both help serve the financial needs of our members by helping them to achieve their financial goals, dreams, and objectives. Loans are also a primary way that the credit union is able to generate income, and then that allows the credit union to invest in branches, products, services, technology, in order for us to be able to better serve the needs of our members, as well as in order to give, through giving and investment back to the community. And Wendy will touch on some of those charitable activities this past year where we donated to over 200 individuals and or organizations throughout Lebanon County. Lastly, to talk about membership, the credit union ended the year 2022 with 32,263 members. And for anyone who's been with the credit union a long time, you can attest to the incredible growth of the credit union. Again, we're thankful to our community for trusting us, that over 32,000 people have put their trust and confidence in the Lebanon Federal Credit Union. This was an increase of 1,743 members over the prior year, or a growth rate of 5.71%, which compares very strong compared to other credit unions in our peer group and region. Again, we're appreciative of the trust people have in our financial institution. Our CFO, Chris Passel, will show some additional statistics on the financial condition and growth of the credit union over the past year. But as you can see, 2022 was a very strong year as the credit union was able to grow and continue to focus on our mission of people helping people. You will notice in the financial performance numbers discussed what Chris is going to go over. And if you're present today, you got a copy of our 2022 annual report. If not, there's some on the table behind where everyone is seated. You'll see that the credit union is in strong financial condition. Unlike some of the large banks that maybe you've heard discussed at length in the news media over the past few weeks, the credit union does not seek growth at the expense of safety and soundness, and that's important. Growth is important, but it must be managed to ensure that the financial well-being of the credit union is here not just for today, but for generations to come. Towards that end, I can confidently state that the Lebanon Federal Credit Union is very well capitalized and is strongly positioned to weather any economic uncertainty that may be facing our nation. This credit union, your credit union, is federally insured by the NCUA, which is the National Credit Union Administration, and members can be assured that their accounts are insured up to a minimum of $250,000 and is backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. It's also a good fact to share with everyone, whether you're with this credit union, which is why you're here today, but perhaps you have funds with other credit unions across the credit union industry. No member has ever lost a penny of insured savings at a federally chartered credit union, federally insured credit union. Improving our members and our community's financial lives by providing superior financial services that are convenient, affordable, and easy to use is the mission of the credit union. As a locally based, not-for-profit credit union, we're dedicated to making the needs of our members throughout Lebanon County. Our business model prioritizes keeping member deposits safe and secure. And again, unlike some of those banks that maybe you've seen in the news causing many Americans concern, we do not pursue growth through unnecessary risk. Rather, we seek prudent, controlled growth to enable the credit union to provide needed products and services today while ensuring the long-term financial viability of your financial institution. So bottom line is, if you're looking for a safe place to deposit your funds, then Lebanon Federal Credit Union is here to help provide some valuable peace of mind during uncertain economic times. 2022 was also an exciting year in the life of our credit union. In June, the credit union opened our 5th branch location in Jonestown, and the reception by the community there has been nothing short of incredible, and we're very grateful for that. June 1st will be our 1-year anniversary for that branch, and at least through April 2023, the community has already brought to that branch just shy of $19 million in shares or deposits, and just shy of $7 million in loans. So we've been very honored and grateful for the reception from the Jonestown community, and there was a clear need for the credit union difference in that area of Lebanon County. So we're very grateful to be in Jonestown. 2022 also saw some key transitions in the management team for the credit union. Our CEO of over 10 years, Jeff Trickett, retired at the end of May. And our VP of Technology, Rick Skolny, retired after 6 years of service early 2023, with the credit union securing his successor, Mike Boyer, as our new VP of Technology last year. The credit union is very appreciative of both the service given by Rick and by Jeff. But of special note, Jeff Trickett gave our credit union an impressive 26 years of dedicated, loyal, faithful service. Jeff started the credit union in 1996 in the IT department as a systems analyst. And I'm sure Jeff could attest there were many changes in technology during that time, and he was a key driver behind things such as online banking, which at that time was a new concept for our credit union and many others in the industry. Jeff quickly rose through the ranks to become the Vice President of Administration, then Executive Vice President, and ultimately the President and Chief Executive Officer for the credit union in May of 2012. So Jeff, thank you for your dedicated service to the credit union. Thank you for the many contributions you made in your time as our CEO and in different positions you held. We're very thankful for your leadership, and we hope that you're enjoying a well-deserved retirement. And I knew you wouldn't probably enjoy this recognition, but it's definitely owed. We thank you, we appreciate you. And even in retirement, Jeff continues to serve by way of volunteering on our board of directors. So we're very thankful for Jeff, for the experience he brings to the board. So Jeff, thank you for your service.
I'd holler out speech, but we don't.
No, we don't have speech. But you will be in the back after the meeting if you guys want autographs. So. On the topic of giving thanks again, we'd like to express appreciation to our board of directors. Our directors give freely of their time and talent to provide the needed oversight, guidance, and vision for our credit union. Many of the directors have devoted much of their lives, many years, even decades, in serving as a volunteer for the credit union. They are an unpaid board. They do not receive compensation. Again, they give freely of their time and efforts, and for that, we're very grateful. So thank you to our board of directors for your willingness to serve the credit union in that needed way. In a similar fashion, would also like to give thanks to our supervisory committee. They're also a group of unpaid volunteers who give freely of their time, expertise, and efforts. The supervisory committee, they oversee the internal and external audit functions done by the credit union. So they're part of that key measurement of making sure the credit union is safe and secure through giving an independent review of reports done both by management as well as by external CPA and audit firms. So we thank you to our supervisory committee members for their service to the credit union. So as Ford had alluded to, do have some exciting news to share with everyone. We do have an additional branch location that is coming soon. And so in Anvil, we're looking forward to a new branch in Anvil. The branch location, you can see it there on the map, is strategically located on Route 422 between Anvil and Palmyra, with a branch address of 853 Killinger Road in Anvil. The new branch will feature the same design aesthetic as our Jonestown and Campbelltown branches. So if you're not familiar with those branches, we'd encourage you to stop by, come visit us, take a look, and you'll see what Anvil will look very similar to. This branch will feature both modern and traditional design elements to provide an efficient and welcoming space for our members, as well as for new members from the community that we're hoping will come join the credit union and experience the credit union difference and benefits that we provide. Construction is expected to begin around July or August of this year, 2023, with an expected open date of the beginning of June 2024. More details and announcements will be made as we get closer to those dates. But in the interim, commuters, perhaps some of you have seen on 422 our new LED sign. We're waiting for MedEd to connect power, so it'll look a little more exciting hopefully soon. But this sign, unlit as it may be, has already been sparking a lot of buzz in the community. And we're looking forward to hopefully a successful branch opening for the credit union, again, as we seek to continue our mission of delivering outstanding financial products and services in the spirit of people helping people. The credit union is also in the process of moving to an entirely new phone system, a more sophisticated phone system, which is necessary for the continued growth of the credit union, both in terms of branches and in terms of adding additional employees to serve a growing membership, as you saw from the slides earlier, with almost 33,000 members. We've reached a point where we need to enhance our phone system so we continue to provide type of service that is owed to our members. In addition, a new phone system will add additional cybersecurity features and protections, which is very important in today's world. So in closing, your credit union is in a strong financial position, and we continue to look for ways to grow and to improve our services to you, our member. You have many choices when it comes to managing your finances. We know this. But we're truly honored to be your financial institution and partner for life's financial journey. We look forward to continuing to serve our membership as we seek to fulfill our vision statement by enriching the lives of our members and the community that we serve. We do this through delivering quality financial services that are convenient, affordable, and easy to use. Thank you for being a member of the Lebanon Credit Union. We truly appreciate your membership with us. I will now ask Chris Pastel, our CFO, to give us a more in-depth review of the credit union's financials and trends for this past fiscal year. Chris?
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you everyone for being here, and good morning. I'm here to give a brief update on the credit union's financial performance during 2022. In the following graphs, the blue line represents LFCU, while the orange line represents the credit unions between 250 and 500 million in assets. First up is the net worth ratio. At the end of 2022, we finished at a ratio of 9.2. This is significantly above the NCUA determination for well capitalized, represented by the red line at 7%. While 9.2% is lower than the peer group, we continued our incline started in 2020. The net worth ratio is heavily impacted by asset growth, and you will see in the next few slides that we have used our well capitalized position to grow the credit union and positively affect our earnings. The asset growth that we have seen over the past years has been a testament to the trust members have in our credit union. We have begun to return to a more normalized growth pattern after government stimulus impacted growth rates in 2020 and 2021. Our asset growth number for 2022 was 9.65%. Share growth has fueled asset growth. Since 2018, we have surpassed 10% share growth. Again, this is a testament to the trust members have in our credit union. The growth we have seen in shares and assets continues to fuel our lending department. It is imperative to the success of the credit union that we continue to find ways to help our members with a variety of lending products. Loan 16.6% during 2022. This slide shows the hard-earned results of the prior 4 slides. The credit union has effectively used its capital to enhance our products and services, which have resulted in an ROA of 1.24% during 2022. This success will further allow us to expand our services, which includes building branches and enhancing our technology. These enhancements would not happen without strong earnings. The credit union saw 5.71% growth during 2022, which continues to be well above the peer group. Loan delinquency finished at 0.61%, down slightly from 2021. While this number may not be as low as the 52 basis points represented by the peer group, our numbers are very consistent outside of 2019 and represents our commitment to lend across all credit tiers. Our net charge-off numbers continue as we have been below the peer group over the last 6 years. The credit union is grateful for our members' eagerness to accept help and build communication channels. With that, this now concludes our financial presentation. Are there any questions? Okay, with that, I'll turn it over to Wendy, our Chief Relationship Officer, for an update on our efforts in the community.
Chris. morning, and thank you all for attending today. LFCU is committed to growing strong roots in our community. We just don't sit back and watch it happen. We dig in and we make it happen. In 2022, we have donated to over 200 local nonprofit organizations. Our total amount in donations for 2022 was $83,200. Our dedicated and loyal employees have volunteered, and here are some of the events that we took part of. United Way Day of Caring, Bowl for Kids' Sake, that's coming up the end of this month too, so we're excited about that. Relay for Life, the American Heart Association Heart Walk, the Salvation Army Bell Ringing, National Night Out. We donated water bottles to all the local school districts in Lebanon County, which was very important during COVID because all the water fountains were shut off. So the school districts had reached out and asked me if we would be able to do that. So that's kind of something we've been doing now for the past probably 3 years. So we take pride in that. And then we have the planetarium right here at Jackson Elementary. We donated this, it was a blow up planetarium, which was really neat. And you can't see it now, but we have our logo on there as well. So those are things that we really like to do with the school district. So we are going to be giving a giveaway today of a $250 gift card, but it says you're going to be notified by phone, but we will do that today at the end of the meeting. But the positive impact that LFCU has made in Lebanon County is something that we are proud of and we strive to achieve. LFCU is dedicated to reinvesting in our community, and we would like to thank you, our members, for making it possible. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to Courtney. Thank you.
Are there any questions from the floor that would like to be asked to the board or the people who have made presentations today? Again, I would like to thank everybody for coming here today to participate in this annual meeting. We have to do this every year, so I hope you come back next year again. Is there any old business that needs to be presented to the board of directors? Any new business? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting is now adjourned.